Welcome, cinephiles, to another episode of Real Talk. I am your host, Josh Bell, and today we are going to begin a short series where we embark on an adventure into my personal treasure trove of desert island films, those timeless gems that I'd gladly watch on repeat for eternity. Now, we have already gone over what those films are previously, but this time, I want to take a deep dive into each one individually. So where better to start, though, than with the crown jewel of classic Hollywood, Casablanca. This is not just a movie, it is a love letter to the magic of storytelling and a testament to the enduring power of cinema. So, dear viewers, prepare to be swept away as we dive into the heart and soul of Casablanca, hopefully unraveling its mysteries, dissecting its brilliance, and celebrating its legacy. Grab your favorite movie snack, find a comfy spot on the couch, and let's journey back in time to a world where romance, intrigue, and unforgettable characters reign supreme. Welcome to Real Talk. Let the real adventure begin. So let's begin our journey into the plot of Casablanca. Picture this. The year is 1942 and the world is in turmoil. In the heart of Casablanca, a city teeming with refugees and spies, we meet Rick Blaine, a man with a mysterious past and a knack for keeping his cards close to his chest. He runs Rick's Café Americain, a haven for those seeking refuge from the chaos of war. Enter Ilsa Lund, the epitome of elegance and grace. Played by the enchanting Ingrid Bergman, she steps into Rick's cafe like a vision from the past, stirring memories he thought he'd buried long ago. Their history is a tangled web of passion and heartbreak, and as Ilsa re-enters Rick's life, old wounds are reopened and buried emotions rise to the surface. But there's more to Ilsa's return than meets the eye. She's not alone. By her side is her husband, Victor Laszlo, a charismatic leader of the resistance portrayed with unwavering resolve by Paul Henreid. Victor is a man on a mission, determined to rally support against the tyranny of the Nazi regime. As the plot thickens, we're swept up in a whirlwind of intrigue and deception. Rick finds himself entangled in a high-stakes game of espionage, where loyalties shift like the desert sands and trust is a rare commodity. The tension mounts as Rick grapples with his feelings for Ilsa, torn between his desire for her and his sense of duty to do what's right. Amidst the chaos, Rick holds the key to Ilsa and Victor's escape, precious exit visas coveted by those desperate to flee the clutches of war. But as the pressure mounts and alliances are tested, Rick is forced to confront the demons of his past and make a choice that will shape the course of his destiny. Against the backdrop of war-torn Casablanca, the film weaves this tale of love, sacrifice, and redemption. It's a story of ordinary people caught in extraordinary circumstances, where the decisions they make have a far-reaching consequence. And through it all, the timeless themes of honor, integrity, and the enduring power of love shine brightly, reminding us of the indomitable human spirit in the face of adversity. So as we journey through the streets of Casablanca, raise a toast to Rick, Ilsa, and Victor, three souls bound together by fate and destiny in a city where anything is possible, even amidst the chaos of war. Take a quick break right here and come back and talk about the amazing soundtrack. So let's take a moment to really immerse ourselves in the enchanting melodies that cover the world of Casablanca. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel the sultry desert breeze whispering through the streets of the Moroccan city, carrying with it the strains of music that echoes from Rick's Café Americain. At the heart of it all is the song As Time Goes By, the soulful ballad that weaves its way through the narrative like a thread binding together both the past and the present. It's more than just a song. It's a reminder of lost love and found love, of memories that linger like ghosts in the shadows of Rick's smoky nightclub. But the soundtrack of Casablanca is more than just one iconic tune. It's a symphony of emotions, each note carefully orchestrated to evoke a specific mood or moment. Take, for example, the rousing anthem of La Marseillaise, which swells to a crescendo during a pivotal scene at Rick's Cafe. In that moment, the music becomes a rallying cry for freedom and resistance, uniting patrons from all walks of life in a powerful display of solidarity against tyranny. And then there's Knock on Wood, a hauntingly beautiful melody that underscores the film's moments of quiet reflection and introspection. It's a reminder of the fragility of love and the uncertainty of fate, lingering in the air like a whispered prayer. But what makes the soundtrack of Casablanca truly special to me is its ability to transcend the boundaries of time and space. Many decades have passed since the film was released, but the music remains as evocative and enchanting as ever, capturing hearts of new generations with its timeless allure. And let's not forget the mastermind behind that music, composer Max Steiner, whose genius is on full display throughout the film. His deft touch infuses each note with emotion and meaning, elevating the cinematic experience to new heights. So as you bask in the glow of Casablanca, take a moment to appreciate the music that brings the world to life. For in the end, it's not just a soundtrack, it's a symphony of the human experience, echoing through the corridors of time for all eternity. Another quick pause right here. When we come back, we'll break down some of the thematic elements of the film. So let's break down the thematic elements of Casablanca, where every scene is imbued with layers of meaning and nuance. Above all, Casablanca is a love story that transcends time and circumstance. At its core lies the complex and tumultuous relationship between Rick and Ilsa, two star-crossed lovers whose paths converge once more amidst the chaos of war. Theirs is a love that defies the odds, a passion that burns brightly even in the darkest of times. Yet it's also a love fraught with pain and regret, as they grapple with the ghosts of their past and the harsh realities of their present. But beyond the romantic entanglements lies a deeper exploration of sacrifice. Rick's decision to let Ilsa go, despite his own heartache, is a profound act of selflessness that speaks to the greater good. It is a reminder that sometimes true measure of heroism lies not in grand gestures or heroic deeds, but in quiet moments of sacrifice and selflessness. Rick's journey is one of redemption, as he learns to let go of his own pain and embrace a higher purpose. Casablanca is also a meditation on the nature of morality and ethics in a world that's torn apart by war. The characters all navigate a moral minefield, where the lines between right and wrong blur in the face of desperation and survival. Rick is a picture of moral ambiguity, and it's a central theme as he grapples with these conflicting demands of his own conscience and the harsh realities of living here in this wartime. In the end, he chooses to do what's right, even though it's difficult, a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The political backdrop of Casablanca adds yet another layer of complexity to the narrative. The film is set against the backdrop of World War II, with Casablanca serving as a melting pot of intrigue, espionage, and political maneuvering. The looming specter of Nazi occupation casts a shadow over the city, creating this atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. In this volatile environment, allegiances are fluid and trust is a very rare commodity. But within that chaos and that uncertainty, Casablanca offers a message of hope and resilience, reminding us that even in the dark of times, there is still room for love, compassion, and human connection. The film's iconic closing line, "Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship," encapsulates this sentiment perfectly. A beacon of hope, in a world consumed by darkness. So Casablanca becomes more than just a love story or a wartime drama. It is a timeless exploration of the human condition, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love, sacrifice, and redemption, and that perhaps that is why it continues to captivate us decades after release. We'll pause right here. When we come back, we'll look at the cast and crew that made the film. So let's take a look at the extraordinary talent that brought Casablanca to life, both in front of and behind the camera. First and foremost, we have Humphrey Bogart, whose portrayal of Rick Blaine is the stuff of Hollywood legend. Bogart's rugged charm and world-weary demeanor make him the quintessential leading man, perfectly embodying those complexities that are Rick Blaine, a character torn between love and duty. His performance is perfect with its subtlety and nuance, capturing the essence of Rick's internal conflict and a depth and authenticity that resonates with audiences today. And opposite Bogart, we have Ingrid Bergman, whose portrayal of Ilsa Lund is a testament to both her talent and grace. Bergman brings a quiet strength and vulnerability to the role. It infuses Ilsa with this sense of longing and regret that tugs at the heartstrings. Her chemistry with Bogart is electric, sparking on screen, lighting up every frame they share. But the brilliance of Casablanca doesn't end with its leading stars. Claude Rains steals the show as the charmingly corrupt Captain Renault, delivering his lines with a sly wit and a magnetic presence that leaves a lasting impression. His dynamic rapport with Bogart adds a layer of intrigue to their scenes together, elevating their interactions to memorable heights. And you can't forget the unforgettable supporting cast, including both Sidney Greenstreet as the menacing Signor Ferrari and my personal favorite, Peter Lorre as the conniving Ugarte. Each actor brings their own unique flair to their respective roles, enriching the characters that populate the world of Casablanca. Behind the camera, we have director Michael Curtiz, whose direction breathes life into every frame of the film. Curtiz's keen eye for detail and his masterful command of tone and pacing ensure that Casablanca remains riveting cinematic experience from beginning to end. His ability to balance romance, suspense, and political intrigue with seamless precision is remarkable. And we can't overlook the man we mentioned a little bit ago, composer Max Steiner, whose hauntingly beautiful score is the heartbeat of Casablanca. The music sets the tone for each scene, heightening the drama and emotion in ways that words alone cannot. His iconic themes, including the ubiquitous As Time Goes By, have become synonymous with the film itself, evoking a sense of nostalgia and longing that continues to linger in your soul. And then the talented crew who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring the film to life, from the writers who crafted its unforgettable dialogue to editors who meticulously pieced together its scenes. Each member of the crew play a vital role in shaping the final product. Everything they brought together is so wonderful here, and for that, I believe we owe our deepest gratitude and admiration to a film like this. We'll pause right here, and when we get back, we will discuss why it's a favorite of mine. So, in my opinion, Casablanca is not just a film. It is a cinematic experience that I dearly wish I could see on the big screen, and it has woven itself into the very fabric of my soul. From the first time I watched it to countless viewings after, each time I watch this is like revisiting an old friend, familiar yet filled with new discoveries. One of the aspects that draws me to Casablanca time and time again is that timeless romance. It's not just about Rick and Ilsa's love story. It's about the complexities of love itself. The way it can ignite flicker, burn out, be rekindled in the most unexpected time and place. Their relationship isn't perfect, far from it, but it's raw, it's real, and it is filled with an intensity that leaves me shaken every time I watch it. I find myself swept away by their passion, rooting for them to find their way back to each other, despite knowing where it's going to end. And then the fact that it's more than just that love story. It's a moral odyssey that forces its characters, and by extension, us in the audience, to confront the complexities of right and wrong in a world ravaged by war. Rick Blaine, with his cynical facade and hidden depths, is the perfect embodiment of this moral ambiguity. He's a man who has lost faith in humanity, yet finds himself compelled to do the right thing when it matters most. His journey from self-preservation to self-sacrifice is a testament to the power of redemption, reminding me that even the most jaded among us are capable of acts of heroism. And then, I'm a history buff, the backdrop of World War II adds an extra layer of urgency and tension to this story. Casablanca becomes a microcosm of the world at large, a melting pot of refugees, spies, opportunists, all of these vying for a chance at freedom amidst the chaos of war around them. The looming threat of Nazi occupation casts this shadow over everything, infusing each scene with this sense of danger and uncertainty of what's coming. In this volatile environment, alliances shift like sand in the desert, and trust is a currency more valuable than gold. But amidst all of that, there's moments of light. There's small, fleeting moments of humanity that shine through the cracks. Whether it's Rick's decision to help Victor and Ilsa escape, Captain Renault's act of defiance against the Nazis, Casablanca is filled with instances of courage and compassion that remind me of the resilience of the human spirit. It's a message of hope in the face of despair, a reminder that even in our darkest hours, there is still goodness to be found. And of course, the unforgettable dialogue. Sharp, witty, brimming with emotion. From the iconic "Here's looking at you, kid," to the poignant "We'll always have Paris," the words of Casablanca linger in the mind after the credits roll. They're more than just lines. They're windows into the soul of characters, revealing hopes, fears, desires, all with a clarity that's profound and haunting. For me, Casablanca is a film that resonates on a very deep personal level. It's a story of love and sacrifice, of courage and redemption, of hope in the face of despair. It's a reminder of the power of cinema to both touch the heart and soul, but to lift us up and show us that there is more in ways that words alone can't. And for that, it will always hold a special place for me as one of my all-time favorite films. Take a short break right here, and we'll talk about some trivia. So let's start at the trivia. First, its eventual status as a timeless classic. Well, Casablanca faced numerous challenges during production. For starters, the script underwent significant revision throughout the filming, with the writers making adjustments to the storyline on the fly. This dynamic process meant that the actors often had to adapt to changes in dialogue and plot, showcasing a flexibility and talent that is just impressive. As for casting the roles, Rick Blaine and Ilsa Lund were initially offered to other actors before they landed in the very capable hands of Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Could you imagine George Raft as Rick or Hedy Lamarr as Ilsa? To me, it's very difficult to picture anyone other than Bogart and Bergman bringing the characters to life with such depth and authenticity. Their chemistry on screen is something that others strive for. They spark a romance that feels both timeless and very, very real. And then behind the camera, director Michael Curtiz faced his own set of challenges, including a language barrier. Despite being a Hungarian immigrant with limited English proficiency, Curtiz managed to communicate his vision for the film with remarkable clarity. earning him an eventual Academy Award for Best Director. His ability to navigate the complexities of the storyline and draw out nuanced performances from the cast speaks volume about his talent and dedication. And I just can't go past that supporting cast with the added layers of depth and complexity to the film's final run. Claude Rains, in particular, delivers a standout performance as the charmingly corrupt Captain Renault, infusing the character with wit and charisma. He has these dynamic interactions with Rick that add layers of intrigue to the film and add this feeling of depth to their relationship. Meanwhile, Sidney Greenstreet and Peter Lorre bringing this unique flair to their roles, creating these really odd but memorable characters that really linger with us. Greenstreet's portrayal of Signor Ferrari and Lorre's portrayal of the conniving Ugarte add richness and texture, elevating Casablanca from its simple love story to this multi-dimensional narrative. The enduring legacy, though, has to be that just about every scene has unforgettable dialogue that was penned by the talented team of writers. Here's looking at you, kid. Round up the usual suspects. These have become ingrained in the cultural lexicon, serving as shorthand for the film's timeless charm and wit. And the line around the song as time goes by, it was good enough for her, it's good enough for me, play it again. All of this, they serve as poignant refrains throughout the film, and they evoke a sense of nostalgia because they are so much a part of our history now. So Casablanca, it's that testament to the power of collaboration, creativity, and perseverance. Add these tidbits of trivia to your knowledge, and it adds to its appeal, reminding us the talent and dedication of everyone involved in bringing the film to life. One last break, and we'll wrap up the episode with a summary and our rating. So in today's episode, we ran through an exciting journey into the world of Casablanca, through the film's plot, lost ourselves in the soundtrack, dissected the themes, celebrated the cast and crew, and unraveled the fascinating trivia that add layers of depth to the masterpiece. We discussed why I love this movie. Again, it's not just a movie. It's a timeless love story that transcends the boundaries of time and space. From the moment we meet Rick Blaine, we're drawn to the world of intrigue, romance, and moral ambiguity. The chemistry between the actors is electric. It lights up the screen and it's intense. But not just the romance that captivates us. We're swept away by Rick's journey from a cynical bystander to a reluctant hero. We're forced to confront his own demons and make impossible choices amidst a war-torn world. The moral complexity of the characters, from beginning to end, adding layers of intrigue and depth to the narrative, keeping us riveted. And the soundtrack, from La Marseillaise to the amazing As Time Goes By. Michael Curtiz and his language barriers being able to weave together this magical adventure. That brings us to the only rating I can give this film. Casablanca earns a perfect rating of 10 out of 10 for its unparalleled storytelling, its memorable performances, and enduring legacy. It's a film that will continue to captivate us, reminding us of the power of love, sacrifice, and redemption in the face of adversity. Normally, when I review a movie that has become a touch point for myself, I like to do a nostalgia review versus a critical review, but in this case, they're the same. It's just a 10 out of 10. So thank you for joining me on this cinematic journey. Don't forget to engage with us, reach out to us at therealrealtalk@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram and Threads at RealRealTalk. And join us next time as we continue our series on My Desert Island Movies with a review of Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Until then, keep watching, keep loving, and keep those reels rolling. Thanks, everyone.